Hey guys, what I'd like to do in this video is talk about an article that was published today about a scam. To many people this scam will be obvious, but I think it is important to share stories like this because it will highlight what you should be looking out for when you're operating the minefield that is cryptocurrency. Now, I've talked about scams before. The most obvious one that I've talked about is the Twitter crypto scam, where people say, hey, donate to this address, we'll send you more back. It's blatant in my opinion. It's blatant that it's a scam, but a lot of people do fall for it, and these people are apparently making tens of thousands of dollars per day. And what I'm going to talk about in this video is this one. This was published by someone called Marco Polo. This is actually a friend of Johnny Pig, who is in the SafeCoin team, and he knows the guy, and the guy actually come out today and he was talking about the article. Now, he says himself that a lot of people will call him an idiot because of what he fell for, but it is kind of a reminder of what these scams have as far as key ingredients, as in, you know, going after people's greed. So he's actually got a summary at the very top of the page of what happened. So he says that he was approached about a private investment group on Telegram. Now, I've been approached by these pump and dump groups. I've been approached by investment groups all the time. I always just say no. But he was approached and he decided to join. He was invited to a Telegram chat room with a number of people. Names probably changed, but for me, they were Walton, Andre, Curtis, Paul. Here they ask you questions about your ICO history and give you a spiel about how amazing they are as a team in getting into private deals. You are asked to contribute somehow. For me, it was agreeing to do research. Eventually, you're pulled into a meeting where they divide up an allocation to a big project. Everyone is given unique Ethereum addresses to send funds to. Once your funds are received, you're banned. So that kind of summarizes what happened. Now, he talks about this in detail in the article. It was 2 Ethereum that he lost, but he only lost 2 Ethereum because that's all he had. Some people will be falling for this and losing 10 or 50 or 100 or, you know, however much they have. And this is where greed kind of takes over with these kind of situations. So he talks about how they were all chatting in the room, and he's posted different chats about it all. But essentially what there was, if I can get to it, there's a point here. Essentially what there was a promise of investing in a private, there's here. So there was a promise of investing in a private sale of an ICO. So, you know, ICOs are kind of built upon this, where, you know, if you're in early, you get at this price, you get in at this point, it's this price, if you get at this point, it's this price. He was asked to a room, and, you know, that says project name dash private sale. And this was the case for all but Eden Chain, which was labeled Eden Chain strategic private sale. So essentially what the premise is that these scammers are putting forward is that they are having a private sale because of their contacts, because they know the people that are doing the ICO. They can get you a huge amount of coins for, you know, for your investment. And then once it's been agreed, once everyone's saying, right, okay, let's make money here, they start pulling off the scam. And you can see here they're saying, okay, I'm going to offer 1,200 Ethereum. Someone says 400, one says 800. They all say that they're sending this money to the address. When Marco Polo, whoever his real name is, but when he actually sent his money, it was about seconds later, he was banned from the group. They got his 2 Ethereum and they just banned him from the group. And they basically scammed him. They got his money. Now, he talks about the end of the article. He talks about how some people have offered to actually help. And someone said they would actually help by, if you pay me 10 Ethereum, we'll find out who did this. So someone's offering 10 Ethereum to find out who stole 2 Ethereum. And as he says, you know, these could be scammers themselves. Now, he admits himself he was stupid. And, you know, a lot of you guys are maybe sitting there saying he was stupid and all that. I think he was, if you look at what he did. I think greed did take over. But what he is doing is sharing what happened. So he might have been a little bit silly. He might have lost money in a silly way. But what he is doing is raising this issue and increasing exposure about these kind of scams. This kind of thing goes on a lot in the Telegram groups, some Discord groups as well, where people are, you know, putting forward all these bargains, and they'll private message you, and they'll put forward a deal that sounds amazing. Now, it's easy for us all to sit here and say, I would never fall for such a scam, but I have seen legitimate projects, and I'm not going to name them, but I've seen a lot of legitimate projects recently where they're offering, for example, masternodes for sale, and in order to fund exchange listings and all these other things, they're offering a masternode listing at a reduced price. Could be like 0.2 Bitcoin or 0.4 or 0.6 Bitcoin. And really, you don't know anything about these people. You don't know who they are. You don't know their face. You don't know their Twitter account, LinkedIn. You don't know anything about them. And yet people are sending, thousands of dollars to these people for a masternode. And they're putting a lot of faith in the project and these people that they don't know. So, yeah, sometimes I think if you look at these pump and dump schemes, if you look at these ICO discussion groups, sometimes when you see that someone has lost money in this way, it might it might seem that it was obvious, that greed took over and it was an obvious scam. But I think when you're in the bubble, when you're in the situation, I guess I can understand why, they thought that. I'm always hesitant, I'm always critical, and I'm always suspicious. I really am suspicious. I don't join these pump and dump groups. I just think I'll get scammed, and I don't believe in them anyway. But it's the same with these ICOs as well. A lot of people in my live streams have said, hey, check out this website, check out this ICO. And I check the ICO and I'm saying, hey, it could be a legit project. I just don't like the way these things are being funded, as far as private sales, as far as, you pay this price this week, next week it's going to be a more expensive price. And they're trying to force people to make an investment before they've even got a wallet that you can download, before they've even got a white paper. People are investing money. And it's just a reminder that you have to be careful. You really do have to be careful out there, because there's a lot of good people. There's a lot of good people in the mining world. There's a lot of good people in the trading world as well that are trying to look out for other people. They're trying to, point cryptocurrency in the right direction so that people don't lose money. But there's a hell of a lot of scammers out there as well. So I'll link to this article, guys. You can check out in full if you want to know. I've obviously just kind of summarized what happened. But if you want to read the full article, you'll get a better understanding of exactly what happened. But just be careful, guys. Be cautious about who you send your money to. Be very cautious. And if you've got any doubts about anything, go to other Discord groups and just say, what do you think about this, guys? What do you think? Get a second opinion. And chances are, if you need to ask other people, chances are it is a scam. Just be careful, guys. I don't want anyone to lose money, and a lot of these scams might seem obvious, but I never get any joy from anyone losing money, even if it is a scam which to most people is obvious. So just be careful, guys. Watch out what you're doing with your money, and don't take too many risks. Thanks for watching, guys. Leave a comment below, and I'll speak to you all in the next one. Take care.